We have a national crisis in relation to domestic and family violence.
1 in 5 women, 1 in 20 men over the age of 15 have experienced domestic violence. That means every single one of us knows someone who is a victim.
For me, it started very early on. I was at the shops and I bought some flowers and he didn't believe me that I'd bought my own flowers. And to try and make a joke of the situation, I said, well, I am capable of buying my own flowers, darling. And out of nowhere came the first physical assault.
DV Connect is Queensland's largest hotline for women seeking refuge from domestic and family violence. We take about 98,000 phone calls annually from women seeking refuge. Last year we housed 3,300 women and children in refuges across Queensland.
Once the time in the refuge is over, there's often not a lot of places where people can spend some time to re-establish. Here we have two giants of corporate Australia, Mirvac and Halcyon, come together to deliver what is an Australian first, a custom-built transition housing for women and children escaping domestic and family violence.
The idea was born one day at my local deli, reading the paper and having breakfast, and on the front page was an article about domestic violence and the fact that there had been no refuges built on the Gold Coast in particular for over 12 years. I was just very upset, I guess, that women were in these situations and had nowhere to go. And being involved in a company that builds houses, I thought possibly we could do something about it.
One of Halcyon's values is treat others how you like to be treated yourself. And it was a wonderful opportunity to bring us together as an organisation and ultimately form that closer relationship with Mirvac.
Being a White Ribbon accredited organisation, it was very easy for us to say yes and donate the land and work with Halcyon to build the house and to bring in all of our subcontractors and suppliers, 90 of them who've worked on this with us. So it was a real collaborative effort and a very easy thing to say yes to.
They approached us and said, how do we build this? How do we build it right? You have to have people that have a really nuanced understanding of domestic and family violence doing this work. Because if you don't understand the risk that sits around domestic and family violence, you won't have the same outcomes.
The women that are leaving these situations, they're 7 times more at risk of death, not just physical assault, of death.
So it was very important to us that we accomplish 2 things, that the women do feel safe here, but also they feel a sense of normalcy.
Well, the project is a normal looking house, but inside it's got 5 apartments, if you like, 2 one-bedders, 2 two-bedders and 1 three-bedder. But then there are communal areas inside the house as well. So it's quite a unique way of using the exterior of a house, but the interior is something that's really purpose-built.
Having a space that is either free or affordable and not having a time lapse on it, not saying to them, you've got a month, you've got unlimited time. You can't put a dollar value on it, you just can't.
The amount of people that came on board that just wholeheartedly said, yes, we want to do something about this, was incredibly satisfying and rewarding.
This will change the landscape of domestic and family violence in Queensland, this alone.
Think about how it changes the lives of the children, knowing that they can go to bed feeling safe, wake up feeling safe.
Mirvac and Halcyon have shown people the way to engage with not-for-profits where there is a need. I would expect that members of all different size and located in all different regional locations across Queensland can really take on board what Mirvac and Halcyon have done here and apply it in their own context.
Our purpose at Mirvac is to reimagine urban life, and within that ambition of reimagining urban life is a very strong commitment to sustainability in its broadest forms, both environmental and social. And I would tell you that Mirvac people, to a person, sign up for that. You would find anyone you would speak to at Mirvac would believe that we have a responsibility to be a force for good.
This is going to be a game changer and really sets the standard for how corporate Australia, government and the community sector can work together to change lives.
I cannot thank these individuals and these organisations enough for what they have done and for the example that they have set. You will be changing lives.